All right, so I'll go ahead and call the Halifax Finance Committee meeting to order. Today is Tuesday, May 23rd, and the time is 6:01 p.m. This meeting is being recorded by Area 58. In attendance is Frank Johnston, Michael Bennett, Cheryl Zarella Burke, and myself, Todd Dargy. So as far as the agenda is concerned, so the first order of business, as always, is the acceptance of the meeting minutes. Katie did circulate the minutes from the town meeting, which was Monday, May 8th. So has everyone had a chance to take a look through those? Any questions, comments, concerns?
It looked good to me.
Yeah, it looked fine to me as well.
Okay, yeah, likewise from me as well. So I guess, would somebody like to go ahead and make a motion to approve the minutes from town meeting, May 8th?
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
Cheryl. Thank you, Michael. Roll call vote, Frank?
Yes, for the May 8th town meeting minutes.
Thank you, Michael
Yes.
and Cheryl.
Yes.
And I am a yes as well. Motion carries unanimously. So the next item on the agenda was the line item transfer request that Sandy had sent over. So I thought maybe Sandy, just way of cadence, I guess, here is I'll just maybe read them like I did last time, and then you can maybe just give some backdrop behind the rationale for them.
Yep.
Okay. And I think there's, how many is there? 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, right?
Six of them, yep.
Yep. Okay. All right. So the first, I'll just go in order as I have them here. So the first one is in the amount of $1,500, transferring from the town administrator's salary account to the town hall electricity account. I guess due to some bills coming in higher than expected.
Yep.
Okay.
We haven't increased that budget, really, so I think that hopefully we did a little bit. I think Cody increased it a little bit for next year, so I think we'll be all right.
Okay. And I guess, so we have the bills in through, when you sent this over, I guess they were in through what, through April, I guess? So we still have what, May and June to pay?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And so we're confident based on the past bills that
Right.
$1,500 will cover the next 2 months installments, I guess, if you will.
I think it should. Yeah, we
Okay.
already have, we have 1,300 left in there, so it should cover the next 2 bills with the 1,500 additional.
Combined with the, yeah, with the 1,300. So I'll bring that account to 2,800.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Any comments or questions for Sandy? No? Okay. Would somebody like to make a motion to transfer in the amount of $1,500 from the account town administrator salary to town hall electricity to cover some additional electricity bills?
So moved.
Thank
That
you.
amount is 1,308.21, or how much are we moving?
It's-
We're
1,500?
moving 1,500.
1,500.
Okay, I've got it. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, just for clarity, Frank, so the 1308.21 is the existing current balance, so
Current
the request
balance,
is to move the 1,500, which will put the
Yeah.
account at 2808, spot 21.
Yes, I got it. Understood. Thank you.
Okay, yep. All right, so Cheryl, you made a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Michael. Roll call vote, Frank?
Yes, on the transfer of $1,500 for the electricity at town hall.
Michael?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
And I am a yes as well. Motion carries. So the second line item transfer request is for the amount of $1,000 from the accountant salary account to the accountant expense account. Currently, there's a balance of $84.66 in there, so that'll bring the account up to $1,084.66. And
Right.
as a note here for some training, Sandy.
Yeah, this is due to my sending the new assistant town accountant to some training in Needham, and we have to, when we do that, we always pay mileage too. So the $1,000 should cover that. And there was leftover in my salary account due to the fact that I was paid out of the town administrator salary for a while, so.
In that training, is that what's that training for, I guess, Sandy?
So she just came on in in January, the new town assistant town accountant,
Mhm.
because my assistant at the time went to Cohasset. So the training she's going for it's called UMass training. It's a unified Massachusetts accounting system training.
Okay,
And it's put on by one of the audit firms.
gotcha. And is that a multi-day initiative, I guess, or
Yes, it's
out of curiosity? Yeah,
been going for 3 Thursdays in a row. Tomorrow will be her last.
Oh,
Not
okay.
tomorrow, the next day will be her last one.
okay.
It's actually a very good course. I actually took it twice, so.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I took it as an assistant and then took it again when I became town accountant.
Sure, yeah, no, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, no, I think that's clear. I guess any questions or for Sandy from anyone?
So the 1,000's enough to cover the 3 trips she's taken, Sandy?
Absolutely, yeah. That should be fine.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
there's also, sorry, I'm also going to a conference in June. It's a 3-day conference and it's down the Cape. So there'll be mileage on that as well. So that's why it's 1,000.
Okay, so
That'll
that's
cover that
everything.
as well.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, all right, sounds good. Thank you for that detail, Sandy there. Any other questions for Sandy before we?
No.
No? Okay, would somebody like to make a motion to approve the transfer in the amount of $1,000 from the accountant's salary
So moved.
account to the expense account? Thank you, Cheryl. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Michael. Roll call vote, Frank?
yes, on the $1,000 for the expenses on the assistant accountants.
Thank you. Michael
Yes.
and Cheryl?
Yes.
And I am a yes as well. Motion carries. All right, so the third request here is in the amount of $7,000 to move from the snow and ice account to the street lights electricity. So, I mean, obviously, due to the pretty mild or extremely mild winter, obviously with some balance in there, but it looks like there's some bills that came in higher than expected in the street lights electricity as well. Currently, there's a
Yeah.
balance in that account of $595.
Right. And we have
Okay.
2 more months to go through, so.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
tried to come up with what I thought we would need for the rest of the year.
Okay, and so we're averaging about a little over $3,000 a month, I guess, 3,500 a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like.
Yeah, wow, okay.
And that's just for the streetlights, is that correct?
That is for the streetlights, yes.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, any questions on that one?
Mhm.
No. Okay, would somebody like to make a motion to transfer in the amount of $7,000 from the snow and ice account to the streetlights electricity account?
So moved.
Thank you, Cheryl. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Michael. Roll call, Frank?
Yes, $7,000 for the streetlights.
Michael?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
And I am a yes as well. Motion carries for that one. The next one here we have in the amount of $2,000. Again, transferring from the town administrator salary account to the office machines expense account. Looks like that account balance is overdrawn a bit, Sandy.
Yes, it is a bit. And I caught it late. We've had we have a little bit of an issue with this. We do, again, the $2,000 because we need to buy paper. But other than that, we're basically stopped buying. We have a couple of like maintenance payments that we still have to make. But other than that, that's it.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
These accounts are going to come under more scrutiny as Cody gets more involved in the purchasing. He's trying to start a purchase order process. Right now, we don't have a purchase order process, but it will help us to know if someone's ordered something, holding that money aside. So the money is committed already and we'll know that. Because at this point, we have never had a purchase order process, but
Really?
in cases like this, I think we really need it, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely would be helpful.
So this $2,000 covers a
It covers
maintenance
the
warranty or?
Yeah, it covers the deficit. It covers the purchase of paper and two, I believe their regular maintenance payments.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So it-
so if
it
there's
will
a
cover
problem
all of that.
machine, that
Yeah,
maintenance,
copy machines that we have and the postage meter, all of that.
Okay.
So,
so this is for multiple machines then?
yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's maintenance work that was already completed, I guess, on the machines, Sandy, that we
Well,
owe?
it's a regular monthly payment according
Oh, okay.
to, I was getting the information from the girl who does the billing in the selectman's office, because they actually pay this. I
Okay.
don't know if I brought that sheet home.
Okay, no, I was just curious, I guess, on the
Yeah,
detail,
no.
but it's not really
Yeah,
that
later.
important, I guess. I mean, obviously, we
Mhm.
have a negative balance, so we need to get that back
Right.
squared away. So, so that's the larger concern, obviously, at the moment.
Yeah.
certainly.
Mhm.
Do we
Okay.
own those machines, Sandy, or are we leasing them?
No, we own them. We
We own them,
purchased,
so we're
yeah.
responsible for the maintenance then, not on the
Right.
lease agreements?
right. Usually when you purchase it, you purchase a maintenance agreement to go with
Yes,
it.
Right.
And then that covers everything,
right,
even the ink up until a certain,
certain
Yeah.
point, right.
so many years, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not being billed for additional copies over a base amount, are we?
Not at this point, no.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Any other questions on this one?
No.
Okay. Would somebody like to make a motion to transfer in the amount of $2,000 from the town administrator salary account to the office machines expense?
So moved.
Thank you, Cheryl. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Michael. Roll call, Frank?
Yes, on the $2,000 for the office machine expense.
Thank you, Michael
Yes.
and Cheryl.
Yes.
And I am a yes as well. Motion carries. The next
Okay.
line item transfer we have here is in the amount of $15,500 from the town administrator salary account to the telephone for all departments. Seems like maybe we have some substantial amount of unpaid bills here, Sandy?
Yes, that's why I'm asking for more money when we still have a $7,000 balance.
Mhm.
Right now, we carried two different, for our phone service in town hall, we have a company called 8x8. That's the computer-based phone service. But we still have Verizon, which is the copper lines, because there's certain lines that we have to remain as copper.
Right.
And then we also have the cell phone bills. So from what I gathered from the secretary in the selectman's office of what had not been paid yet, I think we are definitely going to need that 15.5. I think we are working on consolidating so that we're not charged as much, but I'm not sure how that's going. So this is again something that I'm sure Cody will be taking a close look at.
Yeah, because
That's a lot of money.
We don't
Yeah,
have a
for
cell phone
phones.
policy. We need a cell phone policy. That's one of the
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
And we have to get it under control.
how many
Yeah,
do we know how many cell
They
phones?
need to get those cell phones under a bucket of minutes, data, the whole thing. You can get those through Verizon. And then you pool it all, you just work off of that. If one's
Right.
over and one's under, they're gonna balance out.
Right.
Because I imagine
Yeah.
we're getting penalized here pretty good on these.
I'd say.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Caesar had been handling our telephone.
Mm.
And I was sort of shocked when I looked at it and saw how many months we hadn't paid yet. But we have gotten those bills through. I put some pressure on and we have gotten them. But that was after I came up with, I did this line item transfer. I had this line item transfer ready for last week, so.
How
Yeah, I
do we
think
get
that's-
6 months behind on phone bills?
Well,
Yeah,
it was,
we weren't
6 months behind, but we had 6 months to pay. So we were probably 4 months behind. And that's not going to happen anymore.
Yeah, so last time we do is get phone shut off of a police officer or a firefighter or whatever
Well,
that might be.
it's more the, it was more the town, like the 8x8 service, which is our,
That's-
you know, our landline.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's not good either.
no,
Yeah.
it isn't, not at all. But we're
How
working,
many-
we're working on that, believe me.
Sandy, how many cell phones do we have? Do you know?
I do not know.
Okay.
I think that's something that we, like, I know that's something that Cody has talked about he's going to look into. Like, how many do we have and how are they being used?
Yeah, I think this is definitely a topic that we need to put in onto a future agenda to kind of dive into a bit to understand, because the cost there is substantial. I mean, it's more than we're charging the electricity for the streetlights, right? Like, which is,
Right.
you know,
We
pretty
started
concerning.
at 40,000, we're going up to 55.5 with this
Yeah.
15.
Yeah,
That's a lot, so.
Just
That's a
seems
lot.
astronomical.
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah. There's got to be a way to kind of structure the accounts, to Frank's point, to you know, get a better bang for our buck. And then also the whole aspect of being the 6 months behind is concerning in itself, you know.
Mhm.
So I think this, I mean,
Myself, too. That's one thing
Yeah.
that I don't like, is when they hold on to bills at all. So,
so
but
do
the
we,
bills aren't coming in centralized into the accounting department?
no, so the bills go to the
Hmm.
departments. The departments fill out bill
Huh?
schedules and submit them to us. So the department head has to sign off on every bill when it comes to the accountant's office. So I can't process something that hasn't been signed off by the department. So the bills go directly to the department. My suggestion to Cody was that the bills go to Irma, who pays them,
Right,
and then she
exactly.
gets either Cody or Caesar or
Mhm.
whoever is in charge
Sign.
of it to come out, okay it, and sign off.
Right,
But the bills shouldn't go to Cody or Caesar, because then you could lose track of them.
exactly.
No,
Yeah.
understood. That's why I was wondering how they were centralized and how the management of those bills is. If they're
Right.
centralized to one person, then who distributes them to
It's
each
a
of the
lot
departments,
easier.
and then you're
So I
tracking.
Right. I think you see in most departments that the admin or would be the one who gets the bills. And then she's the one who keeps track of the budgets and things like that, with the department head's knowledge, of course, because it's the department head who has to sign off on everything. And he's the one who should be placing orders. So, and I think that happens in most departments. I think it's just got a little convoluted here, and we're gonna have to fix it.
yeah. And Sandy, do you have, I guess, the dollar amount in front of you by chance of like what we owe as of today, I guess? Like how much of this
No,
is
I don't.
past
Like
due?
I said,
Okay.
I had them, they caught up on the 8x8s. So I know
Okay.
that's caught up. I do not know, other than that, I'm hoping I'm not coming back to you again before the end of the year. I don't
Well,
think I
yeah,
will.
that was kind of part of where I was going. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't think
Okay.
I will be. I just have to get him to sit down with me, so.
And then the other piece of that, I guess, are we incurring, that you know of anyways, like late charges at all, or have we incurred late charges here?
Yeah, no, we do not incur late charges. The
Okay,
town
that's good.
doesn't pay late or charges or interest, so. And
Okay.
most of our companies realize that, so.
Yeah,
The
okay,
phone
that's good.
company doesn't give you late charges, so.
Yeah, okay.
But I bet there's a fee if they disconnect us and want to reconnect.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
and
sure
actually,
there is.
it
Thinking
doesn't,
there
it
is.
doesn't make good, it's not good business sense.
No,
to
it's
be-
terrible
be-
business.
Oh, it isn't.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So Sandy, how critical is this one to get approved? And that was kind of the other
It's
reason why I was
critical
asking.
to get approved. It really is. We need the
Okay.
money so that I can get all the
Hmm.
bills paid.
Okay, well, that's why I was asking about what
Because
the
if you
total
look at
outlay
it,
is, what's
so
past due.
we're almost
Yeah.
at the end of May.
Okay,
And we have, the May bills are in, the June bills will be coming. So yeah, I really do need this passed.
okay. I mean, we'll go to the vote. I mean, from my perspective, I would be okay with moving forward, but I think, like I said, you know, we definitely need to understand this a little bit better and have some further discussion around the whole cost and the process, I think, and, you know, that kind of thing. So maybe we can put that on a future agenda, I guess, when we get some time to dive through that with, Cody and Caesar or whoever else may need to attend, I guess.
Mhm.
But I guess in the interim, any other questions for Sandy on this at all, or
No.
no?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Would somebody like to make a motion then to approve the transfer in the amount of 15,500 from the town administrative salary account to the telephone, all departments account?
so moved.
Thank you, Cheryl. Is
Second.
there- Thank you, Michael. Roll call, Frank?
Yes, on 15,500 for the 6 months of unpaid phone bills.
Michael?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes,
And I am a yes as well. Motion carries unanimously. All right, and so the last one we have here, Sandy, is in the amount of $9,000, account transfer from account salary account to the data processing expense. Looks like
Right.
that account has a slightly overdrawn balance currently as well.
It does.
Hmm.
Unfortunately.
why?
Is that, so what expenses are, that's not salary or anything, right?
No, his
Okay.
salary account is separate. We did that at the
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah.
And we have, so this data processing account, some of it is, we have monthly service fees and
But all that would be built into the budget, I
Yeah.
guess, right? So was it something
know.
that we didn't budget for that?
I
Or maybe
can't
we
answer
missed?
that. So this is,
Okay.
this is something that I think, again, the purchase order process that Cody wants to implement is going to help a lot on this, because it's going to keep the budget tighter. Things that, I think that what happens is people and from other departments say, gee, I need a new keyboard and I need a new this and I need a new that. And our data processing person is ordering that, and it's coming out of the data processing budget instead of the other budgets. We tried to go through, but what happens is then if so the treasurer collector's office, they changed all over, they got all new keyboards, but their budget is tight right now. They can't afford the keyboards. It should have waited probably until the new year,
Mm.
but it didn't. So now we have that as a bill.
And who's making that decision,
Mm.
I guess, to move forward? Is that just the data processing?
I think what was happening was data processing. So Caesar was making the
Yeah,
decisions.
okay.
And I think that's why the purchase order process will help. Because
Right,
if he
yeah,
wants to order something, he'll have to fill out a purchase order and get it approved.
yeah,
And they'll look at the budget before he orders it. Things have to
Yeah.
be. You
yeah,
have to
you
look
need the
at the
checks and balances in place, yeah,
We don't
So-
think you have any.
okay,
This was a
Okay.
tough year too, if you think about it, because we
Yeah.
had a lack of a town administrator. We had a
Right,
lot
yeah.
going on. Our data processing department a lot was put on that department.
Yeah, no, agree, yeah,
So he was just trying to solve problems. And I think that's
Right.
how we got into this trouble.
understood, yeah.
Well,
Okay,
having a purchase order system and having it centralized will make a big difference on these
Yes, it will.
unexpected expenses.
Yeah,
Right.
And if there is something that's unexpected, it'll be addressed on the front end and not the back end.
Right.
Yeah,
So, and also having a policy, if a department wants something new, if it's to replace something that's broken, that's one thing, then I could see IT covering it. But if it's just because, well, geez, I'd like a bigger screen or an additional screen, then I should cover it under my department. And having
absolutely.
a policy set up so that everyone understands, oh, I
Mhm.
ordered a new printer for the water department. Well, the water department should be paying for that. It's
Absolutely.
coming out of IT. So, and trying to identify those things at this point in time is too difficult. But it's policy we get that purchase order policy going,
Hmm.
I don't think this will happen again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, any other further questions for Sandy on this item? No?
No,
Okay. Excuse me, would somebody like to make a motion then to transfer in the amount of $9,000 from the accountant salary account to the data processing expense account?
so moved.
Thank you, Cheryl. Is there
Second,
a- Thank you, Michael. Roll call vote, Frank?
Yes, on the $9,000 for the data processing expense.
Thank you, Michael,
yes.
Cheryl,
Yes,
and I am a yes as well. Motion carries unanimously, and I think that does it for the transfers, right, for
That's it.
tonight? Okay.
For tonight. And I do have a couple of departments who have told me that they will be coming in with more. Most of them can wait, like they don't have to be done the first week of June, but they are going to have to be done. So
Okay, yeah, so
Just
that
so
actually
y'all
kind
know
of
this.
brings me. Yeah. Okay,
Um,
well, we can cover that in a minute, I guess. As far as the next items on the agenda, I guess the correspondence and as may arise, I guess I haven't seen anything come in for correspondence. I did send off that analysis just of the
Mhm.
financial data set that I received. So I don't know if folks had a chance to look at that or any comments on that as of now, but that was the only correspondence that I was aware of. Anyone see or receive anything else, I guess? You want to highlight? No? Okay. As far as may arise, any other topics, I guess, that anyone wants to?
Todd, I'd like to circle back to the
Yep.
transfers real quick.
Yeah,
Are
sure.
we gonna send those electronically? Do we need to go downtown hall and get those
oh, yeah,
signed tomorrow?
I'll go sign.
Yeah, so I think we discussed last time, Frank. Well, I'll send out electronically. So I'll put Cheryl at last. So I'll start with, Michael, and then you, Frank, and then Cheryl at the end.
Mhm.
And circulate those around, and then that way, if there's any hiccups, then worst case, Cheryl can pop down and sign, but hopefully at least the three of us can sign electronically.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
to that extent too. And so, and if you prefer to sign in person, you can certainly do that as well. You're not obligated to do it financially, even if I send it to you, so
Right.
you have that option to just to go down and physically sign if you prefer that method as well. But out of convenience, I'll share electronically so folks can maybe save a trip down.
So do I have to wait until everybody else signs? I can't go up tomorrow and
You
sign?
can pop down whenever you want. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the same page because Sandy just puts it together as such. So it's more of just having the signatures, combined. It doesn't necessarily have to be on the same physical document per se. So
Okay. I'll
I
go
won't
down
be there
tomorrow.
tomorrow though, Cheryl. So
Okay.
don't come tomorrow.
Thursday.
Get Thursday.
Okay, I'll come by on Thursday and sign.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
And then so in that case, we'll probably have completed our signature. So in that case, you actually
Right.
can probably sign that same document, which saves a paper or two. So okay,
When
so
are you
yeah,
gonna, when are you gonna dispatch, send these out?
I'll do it tonight. I have to just the process is I have to sign and I have to designate where each of you sign. So it just takes like a few
Okay.
minutes. So I'll do that as soon as we hang up here tonight. So you'll
Cool.
have it in your inbox very shortly after the closure of the meeting.
Oh, okay.
And then if you can just if you could pop in tonight, then obviously that'd be fantastic if you have the availability just to get that whole process moving so Sandy can move forward with the transfers.
Yeah, sounds
would be
good.
And then, all right, so I guess for next meeting planning, there's nobody from the public on, so we'll skip over public participation. But so for the next meeting planning, so Sandy, you mentioned some other department heads had some line item transfers coming, and so I guess with June. So I was thinking of maybe trying to get back to our normal cadence of the third Monday, but that would be the 19th. Is that okay, or do we really
okay.
need to? Okay.
Yeah.
And then Juneteenth?
I'm out. Right.
Oh, that's
I'm
the
out.
Juneteenth. Yeah, actually,
Oh.
sorry. Yeah, good point, Cheryl. So yeah, maybe we do move it forward then to the 12th.
Okay.
Would that be better for you, Sandy, as far as the transfer is concerned?
Probably. That's a good choice because
Yeah.
the selectmen are meeting that next day, so,
Yeah, right, yeah.
yeah.
How does that work for everybody, Monday, the June 12th?
That'll be fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
okay.
I'm available.
Yeah.
Does that work for you, Sandy?
yep, not a
Okay.
problem.
And then just thinking, then just trying to plan for future meetings, I guess, just, I guess we'd probably have to plan on squeezing another one in on the 26th, I guess. Or what do you envision, I guess, for the rest of the month, Sandy? I know it's,
Yeah, so I'm hoping that I get the majority of them by next, by the 12th. But there's always something that comes up.
yeah,
But you could go like the first or the second week in July, because I have until July 15th to do these.
hmm,
So if you wanted to try maybe July 10th, the
yeah,
17th is too late, so.
right, yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so yeah, maybe we plan for that. Does that work for everybody? Anybody have like any vacations planned or anything for that week? So it would be Monday, June 12th would be Monday, June 12th would be the next meeting, and then the subsequent meeting would be scheduled for Monday, July 10th.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
works for me.
Does that
Yeah,
work
I'm
for
good
everybody?
on the 10th.
Yep.
Okay, and then in August, I guess we'll get back to that third Monday, I guess, is our target.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, that sound good for everybody?
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay. All right, so let's plan that. And then obviously if something urgent comes up, Sandy, just, let us know. We can try to regroup for
will.
something quick
Yep.
ad hocly. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, anything else from anyone before we drop? Or?
That's
I
fine.
just had a quick question.
Yeah, sure.
For the agenda, just so I know, are we interviewing any new members for the committee?
Yeah, great question. I would love to say the answer is yes, but unfortunately we haven't received any talent bank forms yet. So it's still up in the air as to, so we don't have any candidates to interview, but that will be something we want to do certainly. Yeah. Once we get some talent bank forms.
Right.
So if anyone's listening or watching this video, if you're interested, please let us know. I'd love to have additional participation certainly on this. It's, volunteer board. So we all are just trying to give back to the community. So if we can get a few more folks that are interested in doing the same, then that'd be fantastic. So I think we gave until the end of the month. So I know, which is quickly coming due here. So we may need to just extend that posting, further, but yeah. So if anybody knows of anybody, or if definitely spread the word to where you can. Maybe some folks out there in the community might be interested, but
Mhm.
so.
So
But
Katie
otherwise,
should probably just check in with Todd
Yeah.
a couple of days before the meeting, few days before the meeting, a couple of days before you have to post it. And then if there are any people who are interested, I'm sure that Cody will let Todd know.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and I mean, you all will know as well too, right? As soon as I receive the talent bank forms, I'll share them around with the wider committee, including you, Katie, so everybody can kind of see them. And hopefully we can, hopefully we'll have a few folks that are interested, right? That we can kind of, go through the interview process, if you will, there to. But really, at this moment, we'll take any interest that may be out there. So.
Okay, do you
It
want
would
me to
be-
ask Cody to extend it on the website, the deadline?
Yeah, I think we should at this point, because it's, we have the holiday on Monday, so there's really only a couple of days left, right? So
Yeah.
That give you
Maybe-
3 more days, yeah.
yeah, so maybe we extend it out through June 30th, or give it another month to folks try to, I think that's probably the best approach
Mhm, mhm.
at this point. Hopefully we'll get a few in, and then, we can maybe make a decision, I guess, early July. It'd be nice to get this. I mean, we have some time, right? Because the summer's pretty slow, but certainly I'd, love to kind of, fully staff the committee before we head back into another, budget season. So would be good.
Yeah, we should extend it now, Todd, since like you said,
Yeah.
we've only got a week left or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So Katie, do you mind then just reaching back out to Cody and just asking if they can update the posting there to through June 30th?
Yep, I'll do that.
And then, yeah, and then hopefully in that meeting on the 10th, we can
Right,
add that
that's
to as an agenda to, bring in some candidates for discussion.
Be good.
Yeah, that'd be great, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, anything else for anyone before we drop? No?
That's it.
Okay, all right. Would somebody like to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Cheryl. Is there a second?
Second,
Thank you, Michael. Roll call vote, Frank?
Yes, to adjourn?
Michael?
yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
And I am a yes as well. Meeting is adjourned at 6:37 PM. Thank you, everyone, and
Thank
hope you have a
you.
great night.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Take care.
Thanks.